Brian, I want to kick it off with you. This was part of your other business, your studio, for so long, for the past 2 years, and now you're deciding to spin it off. Tell us what this new company really is.
Well, what it is, what Impact is, it's a content accelerator. That's what it was initially. And it's really designed to connect labor. It's designed to centralize the labor force and content force of Hollywood. So it's into one app, you will be able to access that. So really the principle of the whole idea was that Ron and I realized after doing this for 35 years that Hollywood itself is so hierarchical and so narrow that it disables brilliant voices, talented voices from all over the world to enter into this epicenter of Hollywood, which is where the capital of the media business. So we thought, and we knew that original voices are not only in this narrow corridor of Los Angeles and Hollywood, or New York for that matter, but it's all over the world. And so what we wanted to do is create like a funnel in the world that enables all of the people in the world. Now we have 100 countries that are involved in this to have access into this media capital, and where they don't have to, they're not disabled by this hierarchical system. They can enter at a higher place. And that's exactly
it's called development hell for a reason. For years, it's been called development hell because, and it's an antiquated system that does, inadvertently block new voices from coming in, because it boils down to this ancient system of just people keeping lists, the gatekeepers, the buyers, talking to agents, reading scripts. It's a very slow process, and writers enter it with very, very little leverage. So initially, this was a solution to sort of aggregate those people, give them an opportunity, give them leadership and mentorship, and help cut through that clutter for their benefit and also the benefit of the business. And it's really, really been working and growing. And there we have that 30,000 writers that we now know are very capable of doing work, and they come from all over the world, as Brian was saying. And that's evolved. Then we evolved this app, and now we've recognized that we can take it much, much further. That it can also be a way for below the line talent to interface with one another, understand what's going on in the production world, and again, democratize it and broaden it in a really powerful way.
Yeah. So it's really interesting. It's really all about democratizing the industry. And just a question, because you already have 30,000 writers in the system, and then you're going to use this financing, I understand, for this fall to launch that's what's sort of going to be like a LinkedIn, but for entertainment industry jobs, and going beyond just writers. How do you think that will operate, and how do you think it will change the way the companies here in Hollywood work? And I guess I'll direct this back at Ron.
Well, we should both talk about it but it's essentially, it's going to, again, replace this antiquated system of it all sort of being word of mouth and personal relationships, which will of course, still matter. But as production globalizes more and more, it's going to facilitate people with needs, production managers, producers, studio execs, to be able to reach out not just to writers, but also to below the line people, cinematographers, editors, key grips, gaffers, all of it, and find the best people at the best time, and very quickly understand who's available, who's good, who aligns with the project, and again, it's something that when we looked around, we realized this is just very absent in our industry, and so we think it will fill a tremendous need.
So, for example,
and Brian, why?
Go ahead.
Sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to say, for example, I was going to give you an example of this. So, for example, we're doing Aretha Franklin in Atlanta, Georgia, and with Cynthia Erivo, and it's a 10-hour series under the banner of Genius for Disney. And you'll go to the set and you'll hear the crew talk about, where's your next job? And they don't know where their next jobs are because there's no centralized system that provides them transparent understanding of where the jobs are. And so that is what this is going to do. It'll connect everybody in a transparent universe for them to be able to get writing jobs. Let's say a writer on a very big show could be Ron Howard's next movie. The writer's going to be replaced, or that we need an additional writer. There's got to be a way to learn this other than just through, whispers in the hallway. So that essentially is what it's designed to do. It's designed to let people in a very disaggregated environment, and COVID, of course, has personified that, find their next jobs. The entire labor force above the line, which could be writers, directors, or below the line, which is about $130 billion spent per year on this.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.